Writers need consistency, but you're a pantser. Not planning's kind of your thing. In this video, I'm going to show you how to be consistent as a pantser. I am Andrew Allman. I have self-published 6 novels in 2.5 years. I will have the 3rd one out by the end of this year, meaning I have 2 full trilogies in 3 years, as well as 1 standalone, and I am a pantser. Through and through, I plan nothing. So here's how I do it, and here's some tips for you. Let's get one thing out of the way. Consistency does not equal word count. All it means is that you're going to show up consistently when you can, whether it's a couple days a week, whatever. We're not really planning anything. You just need to make sure you're writing a good bit of the time when you can. I work 40 hours for my work week, Monday through Friday. My drive is an hour one way, so that's 2 hours a day just in drive time. You never get in on time, out on time, whatever, or you leave early to make sure you can beat traffic, especially when it's an hour. So I write on the weekends, and my Saturday mornings pretty much look like, hey, wife goes to work, feed animals, feed kids, lock that door so that they can't come in and bug me while I'm recording, while I'm writing, whatever. Of course, I make sure to feed them, and they can knock and ask and whatever, but things are going to come up. You've got to make do. If you write 500 words, that's great. If you write 100 words, that's great. If you write 5,000 words, that's what I did last weekend, that's great. Do that. But you've just got to keep writing, right? Just right. We talked about this in a previous video. Really what this comes down to is you're not making a schedule, but you do need to slot out some chunk of your day that's committed to your writing stuff. I make these videos on Saturday morning. I do a TikTok thing, usually when I first wake up. Then I do my chores, and then I write. That's what I do. And I'll write for several hours or do anything writing related, whatever. And then on Sundays, we have football practice. We have other stuff, games. But I write in the other times, right? So I make sure to spend some time with my kids too. You've got to make your slots, right, for stuff. But it doesn't have to be on a set schedule. And that's just the way things have to be. Sometimes I write in the afternoon. It's pretty rare. But on occasion I do. Motivation. Let's talk about that. Motivation is kind of a garbage word, in my opinion. Just an opinion. Discipline is really what you got to do. As you start writing, you will get motivated. But you have to start writing, and that's the discipline. Make yourself start. Just even if it sucks, you can go back and fix it. No one's going to read it until, you want them to. So easy peasy to. One big thing that I find once I start writing, right? I got the discipline. That part's really not hard for me, but I've practiced for many years. Once you start writing, sometimes you're going to have these huge chunks of just brain info that comes in, and you're just like, oh, I have all these ideas. What do I do? And I can't keep it straight. Write them down, whether it's in a document or a piece of paper or whatever. Who knows? Maybe it doesn't go in the story you're on right now. Maybe it goes in later. Maybe it's a different story you're working on. Maybe you combine it with the plot or something to that effect. You're going to have this whole list of awesome ideas that you just came up with on the fly because you're a pantser, and that's what you do. All this is just putting it somewhere to reference later. That's it. That's all you're doing. I used to compete in strongman. I've been in athletics most of my life. I even went into coaching in my current job, although I am not coaching this year. Just for reference, I half-ass nothing. Those are state championship rings. From my own training sessions, from coaching and watching my athletes train, and from my own writing sessions. And you're going to have this too. For every 10 sessions you have writing, 5 of them are going to suck. They just are. Like, they're going to be awful, but at least you got it done. And it's probably not as bad as you think, but they're still going to suck. And then another 4 of them are maybe going to be okay. Like, yeah, whatever. And if you're lucky, 1 will be fantastic. And you'll be like, this was a great day. Enjoy those. That's joy, right? And literally enjoy those 1 single out of 10 days. This is a grind. It is what it is, but you got to love the grind. Learn to love the grind. As my coaching mentor, and who was my coach in high school, by the way, told me, practice makes permanent, not perfect. The only way practice is going to make you perfect is if you're practicing perfectly. No one's perfect. So whatever habits you're building, that's the habits that you're going to keep. Make sure that as you're practicing, you're figuring out what slots you're going to be able to write during the week. When you write, you got to have some kind of routine. Just because we pantsers don't plan anything doesn't mean that we don't have a routine. We're humans. Humans thrive on routine. It's what we do. By the way, if you get too out of routine, this is why you start feeling anxiety and stress. Or if your routine's what's giving you stress, maybe you need to change it. That's a thing too. So you got to set your habits, right? And this isn't going to be perfect. Are things going to come up? Yeah. Is it going to aggravate you? Also, yes. But once those things are taken care of, go back to the routine. That's really all there is. So until next time, yeah, see you then.